Zaza, you were brought up in the Sudan, and very early on in your experience you had a sense of the tensions that can develop between peoples. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I grew up in Khartoum. We lived in an area that was full of expatriates as well as nationals, mostly professional people. And I remember one day when I was 8 wanting to play out. I managed to convince my parents to let me play outside our enclosure. And I was riding my bike and came across a little boy who lived some way from us in some shacks that I'd seen driving from school. And he was playing with me, and we were happy enough, and we met the following Sunday, again playing. I think we were playing hopscotch this time, and I had a great time with him and asked him to come in for a lollipop that I'd been given over the weekend. And I asked him upstairs, and when we knocked on the door, my housekeeper let us in, and she shrieked. She was petrified that I'd brought a southerner, a Janubi, to the house. Now, I couldn't understand this at all at the time. I'd heard my parents warning me that when playing outside I must be really careful, and if I did see a southerner, they're quite lean, very dark, if I did see a southern person, that I should throw a stone and run inside quick, otherwise they'd take me away. But I hadn't realised at all that the same would apply to an 8-year-old boy. So anyway, I just asked him to wait outside and I would go in and get the lollipop, which I did, and thought nothing more of it other than a little confusion. And then when my mother came home, I got the belt. I was beaten with a belt, and didn't understand why. The only explanation she gave me was that it was important for my safety not to engage with southerners.
How has that experience been built on as you grew up before you came to England? Did that shape your thinking and your actions even at that young age?
Yes, I think so, because it didn't make any sense. It was irrational. These people are Sudanese as well, quite poverty-stricken, and I couldn't understand, because of the fact that they had a different religion, different ethnicity, why we should be prejudiced against them and indeed scared of them. I couldn't see that they posed any real threat. So in terms of what I did at school, that I raised money for them through bake sales at school, I was head girl, and then thereafter really became interested in engaging with prejudice.